To this video on SQL by Edu4Sure. Here we are going to learn yet another important part of SQL, and that is querying your data. Querying means fetching the required data. So up till now we were looking how to store the data, but now we are moving on that if data already exists, how can we get our required data? And to fetch that data, we need to learn select query. Now, the syntax of writing select query is if you use this character star, if you use this star character, it means all. So, whenever you are writing star in query, it means all. So, how do we write? Select star from and whatever is the table name. Suppose the table name is customers, you will write select star from customers. If you do not want all the columns of your data, if you want to see only selected, you can write the column names. Select, let's say I want to see customer names and customer phone numbers. So I will say select customer names and customer phone numbers from whatever is your table name. Now, when you give column names, there is something important that you have to keep in mind. Suppose your column name is only ID without any space. Sorry, without any space, if your column name is just ID, you can just write that select ID and whatever others. But if your column name has space inside it, let's say customer ID and it has space, customer and ID are two words which have space, then the column name should be written inside square bracket. Let us see this practically in our SQL Server. I want to write a query here and let us say I want to write a query on my database XYZ. So how do we do that? I will first click here. Above in the top drop down, it shows which database you are using. I'm going in the drop down and I'm changing it to one second. I'm changing it to XYZ so that my query runs in that database. Now I'm writing my query. Suppose it is from customers. I'm saying select star from customers. Can you see the moment I start writing, it is also showing the names of tables present in my database. Whichever I want, I can go on that and press tab on the keyboard so that it comes. Now with the F5 key, I am executing it and it has given me entire data in my customers table. If I don't want entire data, suppose I just want company, last name and first name. So I'm removing this star here. I'm saying select company. Again, it is giving me in the drop down. Company, I'm doing tab, comma, I want to see last name here. Just notice that last name has a space in it. If I select this, it automatically comes in square bracket. Because we are selecting it from the drop down, it is coming in square brackets. If you do not select, at that time you have to take notice that you write it in square bracket. And I am also taking first name. So these three columns I am taking. Now if I press F5, only these three columns have come. Here also we can keep a filter also. Suppose I am also taking city. I am also taking city from that table. Let me run F5. It gives me city also. But now I want to see data only for one city. Let's say Boston. In that case, we use where clause. Where city is equal to, because it is text. So Boston is a text thing. City is a text field. character field. So I'm going to write in single quotes Boston. I'm writing that in single quotes Boston. If I press F5, the data is only for Boston. Now it is important to understand that whatever you have written in your where clause, if the where condition is for city, it does not matter that city has been selected above or not. Even if I would have not written this, still my query will run and the city field is not visible. Okay. Now Boston is written in quotes because this was a text field. If I have a numeric field, let's say I want to keep a filter on ID. I'm trying to say if ID is equal to, my IDs are 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take 1 suppose. If I do this and then run, it is running for ID 1, the data is shown, but no quotation marks are required because it is a numeric criteria. Okay, so this is how select query runs, and this is how we can have a filter for where clause.